Welcome back to my channel, Call Me Nivek, which starts with K. You're here where we explore, share incredible stories, tips, and experiences. Today's video is going to be a game changer, so make sure you stick around until the end. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Drop a quick emoji or comment below. Let me know where you are tuning in from. आज का टॉपिक है वो जो हम सबको कभी ना कभी सोचना पड़ता है, कनाडा के हेल्थ केयर का. यस, दैट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट, राइट? सबने सुना होगा कि कनाडा का हेल्थ केयर फ्री होता है, बट let me share some insight and experiences that paints a more nuanced picture. Yes. इस वीडियो में हम एक्सप्लोर करेंगे कनाडा के हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम के बारे में, डिस्कस करेंगे वेट टाइम्स, कवरेज लिमिटेशंस और कुछ ऐसे चेहरे जो सरप्राइज कर सकते हैं. तो ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट किए बिना लेट्स रोल इनटू द वॉल्स ऑफ कनाडा's swaggy healthcare system. Alright folks, let's talk about the real deal in Canada's healthcare game. The infamous long wait time. Now, we have all heard buzz about free healthcare. कि भाई कनाडा चले जाओ, healthcare free है, सब कुछ मजे हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. But let me spill the tea on what that really means. One of the not so glamorous sides is the wait time for medical services in Canada. Okay, just imagine, ठीक है? You've got an issue, कोई दिक्कत है आपको, ठीक है? That needs medical attention. You find yourself waiting and waiting. Whether it's a specialist appointment, the wait can sometimes feel longer than a Bollywood movie interval. That's the reality. And hey, it's not just one time thing, okay? Let me just make it clear. It's like an ongoing saga. This is what the wait time is according to the Fraser Institute from 1993 to 2023. And the wait time is in weeks, guys. Just imagine, like weeks. When I'm talking about 27 weeks, that means कि तुम्हें आज कोई दिक्कत है जिसका कोई ट्रीटमेंट चाहिए, you're gonna take the appointment today और उसका ट्रीटमेंट होना है और उसकी डेट तुम्हें मिल रही है 27 हफ्ते के बाद की, राइट? अब हम अगर वेट टाइम की बात कर ही रहे हैं तो आई वॉन्ट टू शेयर अ heart-wrenching real-life story that happened to one of my friends. His wife was battling from cancer, and due to this lengthy wait time in the healthcare system, it took a staggering 2 years to get a proper diagnosis. Like, अगर उसको दिक्कत start हुई थी, when they couldn't understand, they started visiting doctors, and it took 2 years for doctors to diagnose कि उसके वाइफ को कैंसर है. But the time they found out, the disease has progressed to the final stage. Because 2 साल तो already diagnosis में चले गए, and you never know उससे पहले कब से problem चल रही थी, right? The struggle didn't end there. The wait time for treatment were also extensive. As I showed, the wait time कितना ज़्यादा है. So every glimmer of hope was followed by the anticipation of the next appointment, creating a cycle of waiting. So eventually he started her treatment in India. He was from India. He came like 10 years or 11 years before to Canada. So he started her treatment from India. And like he used to fly like 3 to 4 times every year for continuous 2 years. But as she was already in final stage and it was too late. Like they found it, what she was going through. He tried to get the treatment, but it was too late and he lost her. Yeah, it's heartbreaking reality, but that's true. And I got goosebumps when he told about that story. Alright guys, let's talk about another side effect of the notorious long wait time in Canada's healthcare system. That's funny. This one is really funny. The one problem per visit saga. Now, because of the extensive delays, and when you finally get your golden ticket for the medical appointment, it turns out you can only discuss one issue at a time. Like, what? Just one. Okay, imagine karo, you have been waiting for ages for your turn, and your turn finally comes, and you walk into the doctor's office armed with a laundry list of concern. But hold on. They hit you with the one problem per visit rule. It's like going to an all you can eat buffet, but being told you can only have one dish. Isn't it frustrating? Right? But this is the reality. See, कैसे हम इंडिया में डॉक्टर के पास जाके अपना पूरा दुखड़ा रोने लगते हैं. But here, they're very specific. And you know why. Because Canada is short of doctors. This is the major or the main problem I feel, according to me. So, and I think I just read about something, but I couldn't find anything recent update on this thing. But as of February 10, 2023, by CBC, there may be as many as 13,000 medical doctors in Canada who are not practicing because they haven't completed a 2-year residency position, a requirement for licensing. So like, this is the requirement. If you want to have a license, you need to have a 2-year residency. And because of that, we are short on doctors. So there's more to read on this. इसलिए description में मैं इसका link डाल दूंगी so that you can read more about it. So here's I'll give you my own experience. जैसे मैंने बोला है ना, like I find it so funny. So with my own experience, I was facing some pain and swelling in my back. So I went to clinic, and after a long wait, जब मेरा number आया, then I told her the issue I'm facing, and she told me to get the X-ray done. And maybe because of that, I was having some headache as well. Like वो continuous headache भी मेरे like continuous हो रहा था. So I found कि maybe I felt like कि उसकी वजह से हो रहा होगा. So as soon as I said about headache, she said it's only one problem per visit. But then I said, okay, मैं blood checkup के लिए तो पूछ ही सकती हूँ. सर दर्द का I'll come back again on weekend और फिर दिखा लूँगी. At least routine blood test तो करवा ही लूँगी. I was about to say, and she said straight no. I was like, इसमें कितना ही टाइम लगेगा? तुम्हें सिर्फ पर्चा ही तो भरना vitamin D and all this print it. I'll get it done. इसमें तो कोई टाइम भी नहीं लगा. I requested again, but then she was like, I ain't going to argue with you.
I ain't gonna like ruin my day because of
Let's
you.
dive into another layer of the healthcare maze in Canada. I already spoke about it. Yes, it's the routine blood checkups, the vitamin D saga, and the twist with cholesterol and diabetes. When I went for the blood checkups,
She didn't do it, then I went again for my headache, then when I went again for my blood test routine.
we all know the importance of routine blood tests to keep an eye on our health, right? But wait, here's the catch. Routine blood checkups are not seamless right here. Yes, you feel कि हाँ जाओगे and हो जाएगा, thinking the healthcare system in Canada is free. But firstly, vitamin D, the crucial element for our well-being, is not covered under OHIP. Yes, can you believe it? Something as essential as vitamin D, and you have got to foot the bill? Like having Netflix, but they charge extra for the good shows. Totally absurd, right? And here's the kicker. Why is vitamin D often low in people living in Canada? And why they are charging? Why that is not free? Well, blame it on the lack of sunshine, especially during those long winter months. The sun is primary source of vitamin D, and when the sun decides to take a break, our vitamin level takes a hit. Yes. Now throw into the cholesterol and diabetic drama, where for cholesterol tests seems to have their own set of rules. The Canadian Cardiovascular Society recommend a cholesterol test over 40 years. Like, what do you mean? People who are under 40 can't have the cholesterol? Like still, but your doctor may recommend this test if you are younger and have risk factor for heart disease. But what do you mean? तब तक कोलेस्ट्रॉल को बढ़ते रहने दें जब तक दिल का दौरा ना पड़े, तब देखेंगे जब फाइनली आ जाएगा. You can't have it before? Isn't it like playing hide and seek with potential health risk? And for diabetes, don't ask me. That was so funny. They won't even tell you and ask you about it. So like, but we don't get it done in the regular blood test. Like, What do you mean? I want to get my diabetes test. Like I want to see my sugar level and everything. But no, that is not possible. It's also like at this stage or the age you can get it done.
तो मैडम पता कैसे चलेगा 50 गुलाब जामुन खाऊं मैं दिन भर या शुगर बढ़ जाए बाद दवाइयाँ शुरू हो और फिर पूरी तरह से मीठा बंद करूं?
क्योंकि अब तो मुझे डायबिटीज है. क्योंकि जब मैं डायबिटीज टेस्ट करके आई कुड हैव लाइक कंट्रोल्ड इट तो कर नहीं सकते थे. मेरी डॉक्टर की मुलाकात ना बखला फॉर द अनदर ट्विस्ट. Now it's time for me to get my x-ray done. Then they gave me a form which said to have an x-ray, and sounds straightforward, right? Though not necessarily, but they will suggest and will have their referred lab. So when you're going for the first time, like technically x-ray जैसी मेरी हालत आई नहीं अभी तक का कनाडा में, तो this was my first time. So when I was going for the first time, like I didn't think much. I just took her suggestion and I went there. Because you know the healthcare is free. That's what you think, right? Doesn't matter where I go. Well, here's where it gets tricky. Definitely the x-ray was free. But they won't hand over your x-ray to you. Like, I don't have the right to see my x-ray? No. Not even if you beg. Like, no. And guess what? They will only send it to the same clinic. Like I asked them like when can I collect, or say like we'll send it to the clinic. Like means it will only go to the specific clinic, and those doctors, those who are practicing in that clinic, will have the access. But in case, just imagine something happens, I have to move to the different province or different side of the city. Am I going to come back over here? Because now I have to go through all again because I don't have my x-ray. It's like you have got a secret stash of x-ray locked away. And like when I was coming out, there was their website where you can register and get the information. So I did that too, so that when it gets ready, I get to know. On top of that, they will give you, though, is the golden report, right? Yeah, it's just a report. Like I was like, and जो report है वो भी मुझे नहीं. It's just the report to the doctor. Even the doctor didn't have the x-ray. I thought कि मैं वहाँ से click कर लूँगी, but no x-ray that too. It's like getting the trailer but not the movie. Frustrating, right? But here's the kicker. If you want to access your own report, yes, you can get your report and x-ray, but you have to subscribe. The kicker. If you want to access your own report, yeah, you can get your report and x-ray, but you have to subscribe them. Yes, you do. Yes, you heard it right, subscribe. And not just that, you have to pay them for that privilege. Like, it's like paying for your own medical history. And it's one of those head-scratching movements in the Canadian healthcare system. But guys, एक बात, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon. क्योंकि मेरे इसमें सब्सक्राइब करने पे आपको कुछ पे नहीं करना है. It will help me a lot. Last but not the least, वीडियो को एंड करते हैं. आपको ये वीडियो कैसी लगी ज़रूर बताइएगा. And don't forget to share your own experience and opinions and recommendation. Maybe मैंने इतना एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया है मेडिकल हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम को कनाडा के, तो maybe there are certain things that I have no idea. So do recommend. And further, अगर आपके साथ कोई ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ है तो ज़रूर कमेंट. See you in the next video. Until then, stay awesome and stay